Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Severe Weather Outlook. This is episode 13 of Severe Weather Outlook here on the SPC Severe Weather Outlook YouTube channel. Today's date it is currently Friday, June the 12th, 2026. And it's currently 6:16 p.m. And today we have the day 2 severe outlook for the United States, and it is a very big area of severe weather happening for tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it here, shall we? Alright, so as you can see, we have a level 3 out of 5 area for severe weather happening for portions of east central Kansas and much of Missouri, and pretty much Italy. So we have a marginal light and then a hand risk for the threat of severe weather. The marginal risk for severe weather goes all the way from Michigan all the way to Indiana, portions of Kentucky, portions of Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and all the way up to south central Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and portions of Wisconsin and Illinois alley. And then the light risk for severe weather goes all the way from Iowa to Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, and of course Texas is that area. And then the level 3, which is the enhanced risk, is going to be Kansas and of course Missouri. And in the enhanced risk are Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Springfield, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, and Topeka, Kansas. And then in the light risk for severe weather, we have Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, St. Louis, Missouri, and Amarillo, Texas. And then finally, in the marginal risk, we have Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Omaha, Nebraska, and Lincoln, Nebraska. Next up is we have the tornado graphic map, and as you can see here, we have a 5% and then a 2% chance for tornadoes, and the 5% the 5% cover much of east central Kansas and much of Missouri. And then the level 2 area covers a little bit of southeast Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, a little bit of Iowa, and a little bit of Oklahoma. And the areas that are in the level 5 area are going to be Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, and Ogden, Kansas, Olathe, Kansas. And then in the 2% for tornadoes, we have St. Louis, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, Brattonville, Arkansas, St. Charles, Missouri, and Springdale, Arkansas in that alley. Next up, we have the damaging wind graphic map, and on it we have a CIG1, a 30%, a 15%, and then a 5%. And as you can see, the CIG1 covered Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri, as well as the 30% and the 5% and the 15%, and also the 5% as well. And in the CIG1 we have Kansas City, Missouri, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, Overland Park, Kansas, and Springfield, Missouri in that CIG1. And then in the 30%, we have Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Springfield, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas. Topeka, Kansas is the last area. And then in the 15%, we have Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, St. Louis, Missouri, and Amarillo, Texas in the 15%. And then last but not least, we have a 5% for the areas like Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Omaha, Nebraska, and last but not least, Lincoln, Nebraska. And then last but not least, we have the large hail graphic map, where we have a CIG1 of 15%, and last but not least a 5%. And we have this CIG1 covered most of Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Illinois. And the 15% covered a little bit of Kansas, Nebraska, parts of Iowa, and parts of Missouri. And then the 5% covers all the way down to New Mexico and all the way up to the Michigan border. It's where we have that 5% area for the hail threat to become and everything. So in the CIG1 we have Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Wichita, Kansas, Lincoln, Nebraska, and Madison, Wisconsin in that CIG1. And then and up next we have the 15% area, and in the areas are going to be Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas, and Topeka, Kansas, and Olathe, Kansas. And last but not least, the 5% for the hail threat will be Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and then Omaha, Nebraska. And then last but not least, we have everything that talked about the day 2 outlook for Saturday, Atlee. And if you want to read all of this, feel free to pause the video at any time. I'll give you some time to read all of it and everything else. So please pause now if you like to read, no matter what, Atlee. Alright, everyone, well, that is gonna wrap it up here for this episode of Severe Weather Outlook. stay safe out there. Stay safe out there, and I will see you all again next time. Take care and have a great day.